Greetings. So, we've heard a lot this morning about high-level stuff, the capabilities, some of our vendor partners, and what the solutions they can offer to you, and the services they get to offer you as well. Charles talked about a little bit earlier that we want to tie this back to the real-world stuff, right? Because it does no good for us to talk about tools and services if it doesn't apply to us. So I want to introduce you to a gentleman named Rogelio. Rogelio is the vice president of technology who's married, 39 years of age, and the father of boy Jimmy and girl Cindy. He's married to Linda, who is the chairman of the Children of the World Foundation, which is committed to helping all children of the world obtain a proper education. That's probably a pretty good community we should look at right there, Donna. So he commutes to work via Uber Black. You got it like that. And here's his line. Business is being disrupted by technology. Leadership is essential to challenge the status quo and push new paradigms and service offerings. Within the IT community, we do silo busting. We have to have the tough conversations. We have to challenge one another. That does not happen if you don't have the leadership traits and those people fostering the leadership behind it. So his professional profile is very similar to probably the ones you guys have. He is employed at the #1 media entertainment company, NBCU, baby. And again, by day, he's the VP of technology. But by night, we believe he's part of the Fight Club because he comes into work with bumps and bruises and a black eye every now and then. But we're not too sure because, as we all know, the #1 rule in Fight Club is cannot talk about Fight Club. So he travels from coast to coast, makes sure he keeps a good pulse on his customers, and he likes to take his kids every now and then to Universal Orlando to get some customer insights, right? So his personal technology profile looks like this. The 2 phones for personal and work, the tablet in which he saw Misha Tate win the Bantamweight Championship of the world, and his personal laptop. So fun facts about him. He loves this thing called MMA, mixed martial arts. Doesn't really like golf, it's boring. But his business partners and his customers practice it, so he says, now I'll give it a shot. I hear you can drink on the golf course and take little carts and drive around. Loves jazz, so he likes to go to New Orleans for the Jazz Fest. Okay, so let's get to this. How did Rogelio fit to either one of you all? Let me know if any of this sounds familiar to you all. He's traveling to work via Uber Black, says, I'm going to take my ops call from here, brings up the ServiceNow portal, checks out his dashboards, having conversations with his teams, making sure there's no incidents, no crazy problems. His phone wasn't blowing up because there's an outage. Wait, was there an outage? No outage. So he feels good. He says, okay, team, the risk to the portfolio I manage that provides services to my customer is pretty low. I feel good about it. Let's get this party going on to the rest of the day. But then he gets a jabber from Lori, the VP of distribution, who says, call me ASAP, please. Who loves to get the call me ASAP IMs, right? Those are awesome. You're like, yeah, baby, got ASAP, woo! Nah, you're like, gosh. So Lori says, here's what I need your help with after he called her. I need to launch an application for our digital screeners to view universal content for the 2017 Academy Awards. This application, once I launch it, will provide us demographics, and I understand who is watching my movies, and I know who also has accessed our content. Best of all, I don't have to send a CD no more. I can send him a URL, and I have code on my server, and I'm getting this app out. He says, oh, awesome, Lori. How can I help? Well, number one, it takes too long for me to deploy my software and make changes. He says, okay, I'm sorry. He asks, well, what kind of server do you have? Boom. She's rolling on a compact. What the, right? Compact doesn't even. So while he's asking himself these questions, she's saying, so the reason why I'm calling you, because I read in your newsletter, hopefully all of you guys are subscribing or receiving our newsletters. If you don't, send us an email. We'll make sure we get you on it because it's pretty dang cool, innovative as well. Says, I hear you've got this thing called DevOps, whatever that means. Boom. From the other doctor in the house. There's a number of doctors here. Makes me want to sing, doctor, doctor, give me the news. And I hear you can help me deploy my application faster. He says, yeah, Lori, first of all, I'm sorry you've got a compact, but yeah, I can help you deploy your application faster. So let's talk about this process now. Two things we could do, but Rogelio is a service-oriented person. You can go to our Enterprise ServiceNow platform that allows you to enter your service requests, houses our service catalog as well, provides task management, asset management, and other functionality as well. So he says, Laura, you can go here and put a request in, but because I am service-oriented, I'm going to call my team and give you a warm handoff, as what all responsible service-oriented people should do. She says, wait, so if I go here, enter this ticket in, you guys will be OK? So, yep, we'll take it from here. That's all I have to do? He says, yeah. She doesn't believe him because she's probably used to calling many, many IT people. I don't know if any of you guys have experienced that, but we're trying to fix that. She says, OK, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, so I'll just go back to my office and talk to my customers about it. OK. So now the fun starts. As I was talking about, by the way, the guy who was like, yee, Dr. Hoorah here. Rogelio calls Dr. Hoorah, who's this DevOps guru. Kind of looks like you, right, John? Gives him a rundown of what happened. Look, Lori's going to give you a call. This is what's going to happen. Expect it. His ask is, does she have code? He says, of course. He says, OK, I got it from here. So Dr. Hoorah's team reaches out to Lori's developer and says, where's your code? They said, it's on this compact. He said, excuse me? Yeah, it's on the compact. All right, regardless. I'm going to grab your code. I'm going to put it into these tool sets here, right? This allows for us to grab our software, do versioning control, so we ensure that the quality behind the product that we're putting out is there, and we can communicate via Jira. I'm going to spin up a test environment, because now I've got code, and I got to drop it somewhere. And so he reaches out to our infrastructure organization, where we can use one of these cloud services to spin up a test environment. We've got Azure coming in December. AWS is on a use case basis. PCF ready to go right now. So the source code is built, deployed and tested using these tools here. That's what we've got in-house today. This is all possible. And once it goes through the process, automation kicks in, which we'll get into in just a little bit. We said, wait, before I push this thing out, obviously we've got to put some real workload simulation on the environments to ensure that when the digital screeners are checking out our content, nothing breaks, and we use Load Runner for that. OK, so we go through this process, and about 2 weeks later, Lori has her application deployed. We've talked about the importance of the agility, the adaptability, right? What has taken months before, today, now we've got the capability to run faster, right? So in 2 weeks, these guys are having high fives, party on, popping the bottles. They're saying we got the product out. People are accessing the app. People are screening universal content. We're good. Then a BA comes and says, hey, Lori, I got an idea. I can make our product better. The idea is to be able to create a table within the content reader so that the screeners can see all of the content they viewed and then provide better feedback and thus voting. She says, hey, that's great. Let's do that next year. He says, no, 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 no. We don't have to wait till next year, because I spoke to our DevOps guru guys, and they said we can release this update to the existing application, and it will not update the impact the current production workload. All right, that was his idea. And how we do that? There's this thing you learn about in a little bit called continuous improvement. So the point I'm trying to make here is that today we can move faster than we ever can before. And if you leverage this innovative process that we've got with this use case that hopefully resonates with you guys, it'll allow you to be successful. And we all have a good time. The end. Or is it? Because we continue to improve.